What's good, y'all? What's good? Man, Keith Thurman, he's got to pull out of the fight with Tim Tszyu with a bicep injury, and that's crazy, man. But Keith Thurman, he kind of dodged a bullet, to be honest, man, because it was not lined up for Thurman to win that fight. He's been like over 2 years inactive. Tim Tszyu, he's been balling out of the control for the past year and a half, fighting every couple of months, and he's been dealing with that American hit don't get hit style lately, fighting Tony Harrison, Carlos Ocampo tried to box him, Terrell Goucher tried to box him, and he's gaining experience of cutting off the ring, and he's super active. I don't think Keith would have came out of that fight. I don't think he probably wouldn't have lasted 12, but he had to pull out the fight. I think the injury is real because they had a picture of his injury. I think it was first reported by the Boxing Voice. And just an unfortunate situation, man. Even though Keith was an underdog, it was a chance to make himself back into a big name that he was prior to losing to Manny Pacquiao. And it's just a missed opportunity. Uh, Tim Tszyu finna fight Fundora now, which will be a really entertaining fight, but there's still some complaints because Fundora is coming off a knockout loss to Brian Mendoza. And I think that this was like a last minute thing. It was 12 days before, now we're 11 days before the fight. And Fundora was on the co-main event, so they just slid him up to fight Tim Tszyu. And this was a fight that I wanted to see before the Fundora loss. But now there's a blueprint out there. More than likely Tim Tszyu should be able to handle the job. But that fight will be entertaining as long as it lasts, for real. Because Fundora, he's got the height and reach advantage, but he likes to fight on the inside. Tim Tszyu is a banger as well. So it probably won't be a lot of movement, probably a lot of shoulder to shoulder. But it's on pay-per-view though. I mean, I wouldn't recommend spending 80 on that because I think Tim Tszyu is a heavy favorite. But as far as entertainment, you'll get that if you buy it. But yeah, though, I wanted to see Keith Thurman, see what he could do against Tim Tszyu. But that's just not what we finna get now. I heard the tickets weren't selling good, so it wasn't finna be a lot of back end for him. And I was surprised he even took a fight with Tim Tszyu in the first place. I wouldn't think that's a move for him, but to be honest, he got to take like a good opponent because he came back off a 2 year layoff and fought Barrios. You can't keep taking long layoffs and coming back and fighting, lower level competition. So I don't know what's next for Thurman, but he has been training. I don't know how serious the bicep injury is. And I believe that shit probably did happen to Keith Thurman because once you inactive like that, and then you go in the hard in the gym for Tim Tszyu after 2 years of probably not training, yeah, you got a high risk of injury. So maybe he really did get hurt. But let's see what Tim Tszyu and Fundora looking like in the ring March 30th.